Hello, my friends, and today we have a lot of interesting information, but let's take it step by step. So, to start, the Russians continue to shell the border villages in the Sumy and Chernihiv regions, and it's openly stated that Russian troops are amassing there, although no offensive actions are being carried out yet. So we are waiting to see what happens next. So in the meantime, the Ukrainian Armed Forces have struck Belgorod. So and this I think can be seen as a small response to the attacks on Kharkiv. And along the front line, the fighting continues. So the occupiers are bringing in reserves, and there are renewed attempts to break through to the settlement of Lipty. So and also Neskuchne. But for now, the Ukrainian armed forces have halted their counterattacks, and over the past day, 10 assaults have been recorded here, and the battles are ongoing. In addition, the attacks in the Vovchansk area haven't ceased, and here too the Ukrainian armed forces have paused their counteroffensive, prompting the Russians to once again attempt to break through. And today battles are being reported near the village of Staritsa, and street fighting continues in Vovchansk. So the Russians are trying to move closer to the village of Tykhe to create a semi-encirclement around Vovchansk. So over the past day, the front line hasn't changed, but the shelling continues at maximum intensity in the Kupiansk direction. So the occupiers continue their attacks on Petropavlivka and heavily shelling Kupiansk and Kupiansk-Vuzlovy. So and other frontline villages. However, over the past day, the frontline hasn't changed. In the Svatove area, so the occupiers are attempting to break through to Stelmachivka and Myasozharivka, and additional battles for Novoyegorivka have resumed. But over the past day, the Russians have made no new advances. In the Kreminna area, so fighting is ongoing for the village of Terny, and attacks on Torske have resumed. So offensive actions continue in the forest near Kreminna, but the number of shelling has decreased. So there are no changes along the front line. In the Siversk area, battles are ongoing for Bilohorivka, Verkhnyokamyansk, and Vyemka. So the occupiers are using their reserves and attempting to break through to the settlements. But the Ukrainian armed forces are successfully repelling them, keeping the front line unchanged. So over the past day, 9 assaults have been recorded, and the fighting continues. In the Chasiv Yar direction, so activity has increased again with 11 assaults in the past day. So the occupiers are attempting to advance in the Novy micro-district, and battles have also resumed for Ivanivsk, Klishchiivka, and Andriivka. So Russian claims of capturing Andriivka remains unconfirmed, with ongoing fighting in the area. So over the past day, there have been no changes along the line of contact. So in the Pokrovsk direction, 23 assaults have been recorded in the past day, and the main battles are taking place near Kalinove. So also the village of Sokil, Umanske, and Yasnobrodivka and Netailove. So the occupiers continue to deploy reserves to intensify their offensive, but they are not making any significant progress, so the front line remains largely unchanged, though shelling continues as before. in the Kurakhove area. So the occupiers persist in their attempts to capture the northern part of the village. So despite raising the Russian flag in the city center, they have made no further advances, and the Ukrainian Armed Forces are doing everything possible to maintain their defense. And additionally, battles ongoing near the village of Kostiantynivka. So, and shelling along the front line hasn't ceased. So the occupiers have conducted 14 assaults in this direction, with fighting continuing in the Vuhledar direction. So the occupiers are once again attempting to break through in Staromayorsk, but as before, they have had no success. So the Ukrainian Armed Forces are repelling all attacks and the front line remains unchanged. So the situation in this direction has stabilized. In the Zaporizhzhia direction. So the occupiers are trying to advance from Robotyne towards Novodanilivka, with today's attacks focused on Novoandriivka. So their aim is to get closer to the city of Orikhiv, and ultimately they dream of reaching Zaporizhzhia. However, the fighting continues, and the Ukrainian Armed Forces are doing everything possible to maintain their defense after losing Robotyne. So, in the Kherson direction, attacks have resumed in the area of the village of Kreminna. So the occupiers are still unable to push the Ukrainian Armed Forces from the left bank, and our units have even managed to expand the bridgehead. And meanwhile, there have been additional strikes on the occupiers' rear positions. So with fires reported following explosions in Skadovsk. And additionally, in Crimea, late yesterday evening, explosions were reported in Yevpatoria and other locations. So we are currently awaiting further details. Meanwhile, Putin urges to stay ahead of Ukraine to secure victory.
Должны быть все время на шаг впереди. Надо опережать противника все время. И тогда победа будет гарантирована. Вы сами знаете, ваши специалисты, да и вы сами все время в контакте с теми нашими ребятами, которые на линии боевого соприкосновения работают, воюют, не жалея себя, защищают интересы России.
So, unfortunately, in some cases, they succeed. And at the same time, the Polish foreign minister made a powerful statement. So, the Americans told the Russian that if Russia uses nuclear weapons, they will strike all Russian targets and positions in Ukraine with conventional weapons and destroy them all, said Polish Foreign Minister Sikorski to The Guardian. So, the minister added that Poland supports Ukraine's right to strike military targets within Russia and emphasized that the West must stop constantly limiting what it does to support Ukraine. And here is what Zelensky said. So, if Ukraine had nuclear weapons, the Russians wouldn't have attacked.
Если бы было бы ядерное оружие у Украины, разве напала бы на нас Россия? Нет. Так а зачем говорить про баланс между нашими странами? Тут это несправедливо. Китай должен защищать Украину. Но Украина уже в долгой борьбе за свою независимость, свободу, уже рассчитывает не на то, чтобы защиту со стороны Китая, а мы рассчитываем на то, чтобы Китай балансировал и на саммите мира просто присутствовал. Так а какие должны усилия еще сделать президент Украины и украинцы? Что еще?
So, and additionally, Zelensky emphasized that an alliance with Putin is impossible.
Касается союза военный, стратегический с Россией, стратегического союза с Путиным не может быть ни одной из ваших стран. Вы все под ударами 100%. Сегодня от ДКБ и так далее, это все на самом деле возможность влиять на ваши страны. Ваши страны сегодня не влияют на политику Кремля и на Россию. Россия больше, и экономически, и вооруженно сильнее, чем ваши страны. А это всегда для них возможность, максимальная возможность ограничивать вашу независимость. В любом случае это так. И поэтому я считаю, что эти связи ваших государств на уровне лидеров с Россией именно из-за того, что они пытаются балансировать. Они пытаются, они боятся.
So overall, there is a lot of interesting information today, so let's discuss everything happening in the comments. And that's all from me. So please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest news. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.